Sometimes when the weather is warm, you want a beer. Sometimes when the weather is warm, you want a water ice. Now, you can get both in one.
Homebrewing is a foundation for great local beer everywhere in breweries across the entire country. Today, we're getting to judge some of the best and brightest in the Philadelphia area.
From Keystone Homebrew in Montgomeryville with Andrew Colligan, I'm Glen Macnow for a homebrew edition of What's Brewing.
What's Brewing is brought to you in part by Monco Maker's Passport. Download your free digital pass and sip your way through Montgomery County. By the Conshohocken Brewing Company, featuring 4 locations and available at beer retailers throughout the tri-state area. By Visit Bucks County. Travel the Bucks County Ale Trail. Get your passport at visitbuckscounty.com. And by support from the Pennsylvania Malt and Brewed Beverage Industry Promotion Board and grant funding from the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board.
Hey, welcome to What's Brewing special homebrew episode. Today is going to be crazy here. We're at the Keystone Homebrew and Stone and Key Cellars Winery in Montgomeryville. Andrew Colligan joins me, head of sales at Conshohocken Brewing. We're joined to start by Judy Parsons. Judy is the manager here at Keystone. And Judy, tell us, why are we here today?
Well, we called our Club Barrel Championship. Back in July, on one of the hottest days of the year, 10 clubs got together. They came to Keystone. We donated a Dad's Hat barrel for them. In fact, Dad's Hat donated the barrels.
Yeah, very nice.
And everybody brewed a beer. They're 15 gallons. They took it home, fermented it, and then put it in the barrel to age. Part of the stipulation is that they had to come back for what we call is Judgment Day, where we taste all the beers and we have a panel of celebrity judges who taste it and then decide on the winner. The winner of the club gets $500 in Keystone gift certificate.
Wow, that's awesome.
Okay, well, hold on. You mentioned expert judges. I don't know about expert. Andrew's the one with the medals. What is that? What, you were served in the military?
No, unfortunately. I've been homebrewing for about 13 years myself, and I used to be pretty good at it, not so much anymore. I'm a little bit rusty, but I was lucky enough to win a couple medals a few years back for a few of the beers I did, and hey, this is what we're going to be doing today. You know, drinking some fantastic homebrew and hopefully giving out some medals.
Okay, so this one we are drinking is the one made by your club, is that correct?
No, this was made by the Glove Club.
Club.
Okay, and what, you know what it is?
Yes, it is a Belgian triple aged in a bourbon barrel, or a rye whiskey barrel.
This thing's going to be hefty, Andrew.
Yeah, we're getting a sneak peek of the some of the best.
Wow, and that is good and that is strong.
Yeah.
And if we're judging 10 clubs, pace yourself, my
Good thing
boy.
we got these little cups.
All right, I want to ask both of you because I have never done homebrewing. We have so many viewers to our show who are really interested in it. I want to ask each of you, how did you get started? And let me go with you. You've been here for 25 years, you said?
25
which is
years
amazing
in August.
because she's 29 years old. So how do you get started in something like this?
Well, back when we got started, there was no good beer to have. Everything was a lager. We went to a Split Rock
give me the
homebrew.
You know what I want from
conference, a beer festival.
you. You can buy good beer now. Yes, go on.
The one beer that was really good was a homebrew.
Mm-hmm.
So we started homebrewing because there was no good beers. Now you can go around the corner to your neighborhood bar and get a lot of good beer.
Yeah.
Okay. And Andrew, you're in a club like this club. Your club's not here today, but you're in a club, right?
I am, yeah. So now it's called South Jersey Fermentation Club. Originally it was called Barred Legal Homebrewers. It started in 2010. I got involved around 2011. It basically started where I was making the beer at home. I tried a couple recipes, and I needed to find my local homebrew club. And I basically needed to find a homebrew shop to buy the ingredients to make the beer, just like Keystone Homebrew. And by me, it was called BYOB in Westmont. Shout out to Brett Mullen, who unfortunately, rest in peace, he passed away a few years back. But him and Rich Palme and some of the other guys from Barred Legal Homebrewers really kind of took me under their wing, and that's where I really took that homebrewing as like a side thing, and it really became my life. So,
and now he's the head of sales at a major brewery. This can pay off for you. So if somebody wants to get started, you've got the store here. you come in and buy a starter kit? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, well, we have a basic starter kit. You come in, you buy that, and we walk you through the whole process. Back in the day, everybody started with extract, which is a concentrate. Now people are just going to all grain brewing, where you take the grains and convert the starches to sugars. We can teach you either way. If you don't have time, 2 hours do extract. If you want to do all grain, 6 hours. But we'll walk you through it. We do have classes, but it's really not necessary. Or you can come to one of the events, either held here or on May 7th is National Homebrew Day. And a lot of people have big brewing events. And you can see all the different type of equipment and learn how other people do it.
Your local homebrew shop is so important to any home brewer, especially ones like Keystone Homebrew, and then they really get you involved and want you to join the homebrew clubs because it just furthers that knowledge, and it's really just a great, amazing group of people, and that's what keeps bringing people back, not just the brewing, but the involvement and the friendship and the camaraderie too.
So our strategy today is we're going to walk around, we're going to try all these beers. We may take a nap at some point, and then we'll wake up, and then we're gonna judge. Now, my understanding, Andrew, is it's not like any hardcore official judging. It's just like, which one do you like best?
Yeah, I would say I'm a professional beer drinker, but maybe not a professional beer judge.
Right.
Both of us. So
exactly.
Yeah, we're going to see what we like best.
And I'm sort of like that. And you have a panel of other judges as well.
We do. We have Jason Harris, who's the owner of Keystone Homebrew. We have Joe, and I can't say was something, from Mystic Ways.
Yeah, we did some shows there. Good beer.
Great
We
spot.
have Ryan Deal from Imprint. We have Mike McAllister from
McAllister Brewing. We've been there too.
McAllister's Brewing, and Hannah Godey from Love City.
Well, and what I love
as well
is
as you two.
So many of the people who are now professional brewers, Andrew, you can speak to this, started as home brewers.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really the backbone of, I would say, craft beer and small local breweries around the Philadelphia area, but all over the country. You dip your toes into the water with home brewing, and then, like many, you fall in love with it, and you want to make it your life and make it your career, and you either start working at or start your own brewery, and hey, that's why we have so much great beer around us.
Isn't that how it works?
That's exactly how it works.
Andrew, you ready to tour around?
Oh yes, we have a lot of beers to try.
We're going to drink a lot of beer. That's what we're going to do. We're at Keystone Homebrew in Montgomeryville for the championships with Andrew Colligan and Judy. I'm Glen Macnow. You're watching What's Brewing.
So we went to this place called Bucks County for vacation. There was so much to do. We played games, rode on a train, and visited Kids Castle. I went on rides, water slides, and got to hang with Elmo at Sesame Place. We hiked to this huge boulder field called Ringing Rocks. Oh, and I got to meet a pilot. That was so cool. You gotta go.
Hey, we're back. We're tasting all the beer. This is Mike of Plymouth Pride Homebrew Club. Mike, first of all, tell us, what are we drinking and why don't I have one?
Well, here's your sample there.
Thank you.
What we're drinking is a fermented lemonade. So what we did was we got organic lemons, organic sugar, and then we just fermented that away and then aged it in a Dad's Hat rye whiskey barrel.
Wow.
11% ABV.
Woo! I'm going to say.
I like the responses here.
And tart.
That packs a punch.
All right, next stop, Mainline Brewers Association. This is Fox.
Hello, sir.
Fox, nice to meet you.
Likewise.
What are we going to try here?
So today we're going to be trying our double barrel or an imperial brown ale. It's been aged in a Dad's Hat barrel for the past, 3 months or so, 15-gallon barrel. And it's about 8.5%, 9% ABV. And at the very end, we back sweetened it with a little bit of maple syrup because it was super dry. The fermentation went super fast. We figure not only get a little sweetness back in, but also get a little bit of mouthfeel to recover.
Very nice.
Right.
So you've tried a couple of them already.
One or two.
Does this beer have a name?
It's this guy named it the Bunghole Brown, so blame him.
You guys,
That's a double on
you may want to learn
Let's
something
go
about salesmanship.
double brown, just
There
double
you go.
brown.
All right,
We'll
well,
listen
here
to
we go. Oh, that's good stuff. I love a brown ale. That's good stuff. All right, we're moving right along. We are with the All Things Fermentable Beer Club. This is Justin. And I know you guys meet in the 10-7 Brewery. We've done some shows there. Terrific place. Tell us a little bit about your club.
We're 30 people. We originally started as Bucks County Brewers, and there was a brewery called Bucks County Brewery, and so we inevitably had to change our name. So that is how we started. We turned into All Things Fermentable. We started off initially at Free Will. We moved over to 10-7. COVID happened, and we've been there since.
All right, we're here with John from Tronbrow. First of all, what's Tronbrow mean?
Tronbrow is associated with Lutron, but don't tell them I said that. We're in Coopersburg. A lot of people who work at Lutron will brew together, have fun together, and make some great beers.
Oh, so this is like a work...
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
What a nice thing.
It takes that happy hour to a whole nother level when you make the beers.
That's right, that's right.
Give me the thought process that went into what you decided to do.
So rye is typically a spicier grain, so we wanted to get something that would pair well with that spice. And I had recently had a beer out of a brewery in Colorado where they had done a similar triple with Thai ingredients. And so I thought, what would pair better with a spicy rye flavor than a Thai ingredient food flavor palette?
Andrew, I've had a lot of beer in my life. I don't know if I had Thai beer.
Way back in my avid homebrewing days, I did a Thai pepper kolsch one time. And I'll tell you what, those little tiny Thai peppers with that heat, it was a lot of fun to do that. But I'll tell you what, that's a very, this is the most maybe adventurous version of a beer.
Yeah, definitely. Creative. Let's give it a try. Here we go. Oh, I like that.
Very bright. I'll tell you what, that Thai basil comes through, that lemongrass. Really, it's considerably more refreshing than I expected.
This is Blaze, and that's his friend.
That's Zyme.
Zyme. He's got a name.
Zimmergy, Zyme.
Ah, there you go. What did you make today?
It's a Belgian quad, and it's aged in a Dad's Hat barrel. It's provided by Keystone Homebrew.
Very nice.
Everybody went pretty hefty today. This is a quad.
Yes.
That's pretty hefty.
Yeah, 11%.
Yeah.
You want it to hold up in the barrel. If you're going to throw it in a barrel for a couple of months.
Was that your thinking?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's going to live a lot longer than say like a 5% or something.
Ooh, wow.
Which I don't know why you would do that. But.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Drink in moderation. All right, so when you do homebrew, what's the most creative thing you've ever done?
I harvested some yeast off of a tree up at work in Doylestown, and then fermented it with that, a la Forest and Maine. And then we stepped it up. We made a beer at Bill's Best with it. And then we took that yeast slurry, and then we made a beer at Artifact with it.
Wait, you pulled the yeast off a tree in your backyard? Is that what you said?
I did it up at my work in Doylestown, but yes, I harvested some yeast and grew it up to a culture. And
how was that one?
Well received. I have some behind me.
All right, this, as you can see, is the Keystone Hops Club. This is Jim. Jim, it looks like you brought a whole organization. You brought a village.
We represent really well. We got a great crew of folks, and I couldn't be prouder of them.
All right, tell us about the club. You guys are up in Montgomeryville. This is the host today. I know we have a lot of viewers who are interested in this kind of thing. If they want to connect with you guys, how do they do it?
So you can go to KeystoneHops.com. You can follow us on social media at Keystone Hops, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're hard to miss. We're a pretty big crew. And stop in the store. They'll be happy to tell you about us too.
I love this one. This is the Buzz Homebrew Club of Westchester. We're here with Kyle. Kyle, Buzz stands for what?
Brewers United for Zany Zymergy.
Nice. Zymergy being homebrewing.
I love this already. And you guys made a barley wine. That's pretty ambitious.
Yeah, it ended up being around 11%. English-style barley wine, one of my favorite types of beers to drink.
Nice. Very nice.
Here we go. Let's give this a try.
Oh, man, that whiskey jumps right out of the cup at you.
Oh, wow. First of all, it's really good. Second of all, really creative. This is Dave from The Bomb. What does The Bomb mean?
The Band of Media Brewers of Media PA.
Oh, I love that. How big's your club?
We're about 60 members currently.
Wow, how many?
60.
Really?
Really?
Wow, so how do you get together? Like,
how Delco Proud, that's right.
So how does somebody get involved if they want to get involved with you?
Very easy. You can go to our website, mediabrewers.com, and you can sign up for the club. There's a way to subscribe and become a member. You can sign up for our newsletter. Or we meet the third Thursday of every month at the Sterling Pig Brewery in Media PA.
Oh, good place. Hey, it's Glen Macnow here with Andrew Colligan, genius and chief bottle washer at the Conshohocken Brewing Company, here to show us what's hot for 2023.
Our lead dog, Type A IPA, citrus and grapefruit, 7% West Coast IPA.
Love this one, it's coming home with me. What's next?
Life Coach, our hazy IPA, our fastest growing brand, juicy and citrusy, perfect for any hazy IPA.
And very crushable. Keep going.
Ring the Bell, our American lager, crisp, clean, easy drinking, tastes especially good down the gate.
No better way to celebrate a win. And
backpack beer, our Belgian-style wheat, light, refreshing, and approachable. Throw a couple backpacks in your backpack.
I'm gonna go take a hike. Finally,
Publish Row, our classic ESB, proud to make maybe one of the best English ales in the country. Philly loves an underdog, support your local brewery and watering hole.
It's a beautiful sentiment. All these available at Conshohocken Brewing locations or wherever great beer is sold. Hey, welcome back to What's Brewing. I'm Glen Macnow with Andrew Colligan, head of sales at Conshohocken Brewing Company. We're the Keystone Homebrew and Stone and Key Cellars Winery in Montgomeryville. Baseball season's here. You made me take off my baseball cap.
Hey, we're
on this
drinking some
ridiculous
beer.
thing, but here you
Wear
go.
some hops.
Which means it's time for baseball-related beer, themed beer, of course. As always, Yuengling brings out their Phillies logo, the Fat P. Love the Fat P.
Oh, yes.
You brought some others. What do you got?
I did, yeah. Of course, the big guys, Budweiser, following the same suit, using that nice Phillies P. And we got some really killer local options here. Whiz Kid from 10-7 Brewing Company.
I love that. So, you know who the Whiz Kids were?
Early 50s, if I'm not mistaken.
1950.
Correct?
Well done, yeah.
Hey, I'm not that old. And then we also brought our friends Slugger from Sly Fox Brewing Company.
Love that can.
South Philly favorites. We got Big Fan from Brewery Ours down in Passyunk. And then, of course, can't not mention this one. Ring the Bell.
Proud of
American
that,
lager.
baby.
Heck yeah.
Okay, can I take this hat off? Thank
Please
you.
do.
Please. Okay. And in time for the season, coming out in April, how about this thing? This is a Rita's Water Ice inspired beer by Neshaminy Creek Brewing. It's the first in a new line of beers they are doing with Rita's.
Exciting.
This is the mango flavor. Did you know mango is the #1 selling flavor of water ice at Rita's?
That's actually surprising, but hey,
right? What
it's
would you have
fantastic.
guessed?
You got cherry or something more traditional?
I would have
something along
guessed
those lines?
lemon, but there you go.
There you
It
go.
is mango. Let me tell you what I can tell you about this.
Cheers.
First of all, cheers. It is with 2-row malt, white wheat, flaked oats, and hopped with Hercules and Chinook, and seasoned with mangoes.
Smells great, just like mangoes.
Let's
Fresh
give it a
mango
shot.
water ice.
You know what? That's a real winner.
On a hot summer day.
I gotta
Oh,
tell
yeah.
you, they're gonna sell a ton of this.
Oh, yes.
As well they should. This is really good stuff.
It is, yeah. Great Bucks County brewery with an awesome staple like Rita's Water Ice. That's a pretty solid combo.
All right, we are here, of course, today because it is a homebrew competition, and our Sam Stafford went down and met with a really interesting homebrewer. Check this out.
Thanks, Glenn. I'm here with Jamie Roebuck, home brewer and creator of Plato's Revenge Basement Brewery and Bar here in Montgomery County. Jamie, what got you into this? You already have awards, you have a plentiful amount of beers, but what got you to start it?
Well, it's been a long dream of mine, I suppose, and it started back in 1993 when I took a trip out to the Pacific Northwest, and I came home from that trip and started brewing in the kitchen, as many home brewers do. And some of the beers came out well, others weren't so good, and life kind of happened, so it got put on the back burner, picked up the hobby again, and kind of took it to an extreme.
So when did you have all of your basement installed and all the equipment put in?
So during COVID, my company offered a voluntary leave, and I took that leave. I was out for about 11 months, and during that 11 months, I created this space along with a couple friends and neighbors to help, and this is the result of that 11-month COVID break.
Earlier, before we started, you told me that you even went as far as learning how to replicate waters from certain areas of beers that you like. Can you tell us more about the science that goes into it?
When I first started brewing, I would use tap water or even Poland Spring or a spring water. And it wasn't until I started using computer software and water profiling that really took my beer to the next level.
So we talked about some of the equipment that you've had installed. So let's go see it.
So when I began brewing inside, I really needed to convert over to electric. So there are 3 kettles. The kettle on the left is the hot liquor tank. There's no liquor in it. It's just hot water. And this is the mash kettle or mash tun. And then this is the boil kettle. So what we do is we make a mash with grains and hot water. I control the temperature of this through this kettle and a coil that comes through here. And once the mash is done, I rinse it or collect it over to the boil kettle. From there, I boil it, add additions like hops and anything else that I may want to add for flavor or aromas. And once the boil's done, I send it through a plate chiller to a fermenter, add yeast, and that's where the real magic happens. The yeast eats the sugar, and we have beer.
Jamie, what's your advice to anybody else that's interested in getting into home brewing?
So if you're interested in getting into home brewing, I would say go to your local homebrew shop, and for those in Montgomery County, try Keystone Homebrew, and maybe join a club. When I joined Glub Club of Glenside, it took my brewing to the next level, I believe, because it challenged me to brew beers that I wouldn't normally have brewed, and a great network of people, and I would start there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Glenn, I'm sorry you're missing out on the game room aspect here at Plato's Revenge, but we do have some of Jamie's beer coming your way, so let us know what you think.
Well, that guy's ambitious. I got to admire that. And thank you, Sam. Great work, because Jamie was nice enough to send us back a Kolsch.
Oh, wonderful. One of my favorites.
Makes. Let's give this a try.
Please. Yeah, especially on a hot day, Kolsch, one of my favorite styles.
You know what?
I'll do the trick.
Good stuff. Thank you very much, Sam. Thank you, Jamie. Coming back. We are here. We're going to do the judging, and we're going to find the winner of the contest. From Keystone Homebrew, I'm Glen Macnow along with Andrew Colligan. You're watching What's Brewing.
The Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board is holding its first ever Freedom from Hunger Drive in the spring. We normally hold it in the fall, and we'll still be doing that, but we want to help the soup kitchens and food pantries all across Montgomery County recover from exhausting their resources over the holidays and get ready for the summertime when kids won't be in school for free and reduced meals. No one should have to wake up with the burden of worrying if they'll have enough to eat that day. So help us fight hunger together at valleyforge.org/hunger. For the Tourism Board, I'm Rachel Riley.
So I'm here with Joe Winiarski. Joe, you may recognize him from Mystic Ways Brewery. We were up at his place, just a couple of months ago. So Joe, you're a judge today like I'm a judge. The difference is you actually know what you're doing, kind of. You started as a homebrew. You started like these guys. Tell us about what it's like when you kind of get the confidence to take the step.
The confidence is a really long journey, to say the least. I would say that it takes probably a good at least 5 to 10 years, maybe probably 10,000 hours to really get the confidence to go from home brewer to professional brewer. A lot of support from my family, from my friends.
You must have some successes, some failures.
Yeah.
Right?
You got it. It's funny, my homebrew failure was kind of a win. One of the things I learned as a home brewer was time fixes everything. And I brewed a pumpkin beer that was a smoked pumpkin beer. I used to cook everything on a grill with wood, and I cooked pumpkin on a grill with wood, and it was amazing. The smell was amazing. I brewed it, I fermented it, and the beer was awful. Absolutely awful.
Oh.
And so I dumped the whole beer except for probably like 3 bottles, I would guess.
Uh-huh.
And I let that beer sit for a year. I cracked that beer open, and I was like, oh my God. This beer was the most amazing pumpkin beer I ever had.
Oh, that's so
and
good.
as a home brewer, I learned that if you let a beer age, let it just sit, time fixes everything.
There's 10 different beers in this competition, a lot of different styles. What are you looking for?
The one unifying thing is really the barrel. Mm-hmm. It's a Dad's Hat rye whiskey barrel, And that's really the unifying thing. So I want to taste a barrel, I want to taste a beer, I want to taste the uniqueness, everything that pulls everything together and makes it this really just lush, beautiful, mwah. That's what I want.
Mwah. I like that. Mwah. Well, Joe, I want to tell you, Mystic Way's one of the favorite places we went this year. Looking forward to get back, and it's nice to see you again, man.
Thank you, Glenn.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Cheers.
Pleasure. Thanks. So we're with Mike McAllister. You may recognize Mike and his blue suit. Mike McAllister, we were at McAllister Brewing in Upper Gwinnett about a year and a half ago. What I got to say, what I remember, you made the best nut brown ale, and your hazelnut brown ale is one of the favorite beers I had all of last year.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate hearing that.
It's terrific. Go to McAllister Brewing for everything, but go for the nut brown ale. So what are you looking for today? Like, what'll influence you?
So I came into this pretty much not knowing anything. All these barrel-aged beers are kind of out of my wheelhouse, so I wanted to try to be as objective as possible. So right now I'm down to 3. It's the brown ale because I'm a brown ale guy.
Yeah, see, and the brown ale's fine. Yours is so good that I didn't give this high points. True.
I appreciated it for what it was.
Okay.
I mean, I was pretty impressed.
Mainline homebrewers, great job by them on that.
Great job. The lemonade, I would have not even thought that was going to be here.
Gets a 10 out of 10 on originality for sure.
It does, absolutely. And then the last beer I had was this Double Bock by Tronbrow.
Yes.
Sure.
I now have to go back to drink all 3 to try to make my decision.
Okay, do that. And the judges, we're going to confer, and we're going to vote, and we're going to pick a winner, and it's going to be great.
In third place, with their Doppelbock, was Tronbrow. Congratulations. And in second place, with their Belgian Dark Strong, is the Band of Media Brewers, Bomb. Congratulations, guys. All right, and the first place winner, which will receive a $500 gift certificate to Keystone Homebrew Supply, and their name on the new Keystone Homebrew Supply Club Barrel Brew Championship plaque, is with an English barley wine, Buzz. Thank you. Thanks for everyone who came tonight.
Thanks for having us, man.
Oh,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
All right. All right.
What's Brewing is brought to you in part by Monco Maker's Passport. Download your free digital pass and sip your way through Montgomery County. By the Conshohocken Brewing Company, featuring 4 locations and available at beer retailers throughout the tri-state area. By Visit Bucks County. Travel the Bucks County Ale Trail. Get your passport at visitbuckscounty.com. And by support from the Pennsylvania Malt and Brewed Beverage Industry Promotion Board and grant funding from the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board.